Columbia. Today is Wednesday, February 10th. Two candidates are taking home their first wins in the 2016 presidential election, and now the presidential hopefuls have their sights set on South Carolina, where the candidates will be campaigning in the Palmetto State. Plus, opening up old wounds, how the widow of Senator Clementa Pinckney says her family continues to cope with loss following the Charleston church shooting. And Cupid's making the rounds at the coffee shop. It's a sweeter addition to your morning pick-me-up menu you're sure to love. Good Morning Columbia starts right now.
From ABC Columbia News, live from Main and Gervais, this is Good Morning Columbia.
And good morning, Columbia. We are glad you're starting your day with us. I'm Eric Weisfeld.
And I'm Rochelle Dean. We are live from Main and Gervais. Your time right now is 5 a.m. Bright and early.
Bright and early. Good news is you're halfway through the work week. Not so good news, it's probably the coldest, well, Jonathan says it is, the coldest day we've had this week so far. So definitely bundle up when you go out there.
It definitely feels like it, too. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I was telling one of our photographers as I was coming in, my car still felt cold when I got here. Right. And I said, that's not normal. So we definitely want to give you an idea of what you're going to expect when you head out the door this morning for more. Here's meteorologist Jonathan Kennedy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes, a very cold start. The wind's still blowing, making it feel even colder. Right. So let's get to the brunt of the issue here as we look at the very cold temperatures that we're looking at this morning. Everybody in the 20s except for Manning, they're at 30 degrees, but most of the Columbia metro area right now at anywhere from 27 to 29 right now. Saluda actually at 25, so it is a very cold start for most of us, and mostly clear to partly cloudy skies for us here early this morning. We were seeing some clouds late last night, but likely to see that go by the wayside very, very quickly here for us today. We're likely to see minimal chance of really any kind of cloud cover, much less any type of precipitation for your day today. Winds maintain around 10 miles per hour out of the west, and that's going to bring us some drier air, but also make it feel a lot colder for us as well. Wind chills in the teens for a lot of locations. Feels like it's 16 in Wagner, 15 in Saluda. It feels like 20 downtown, 19 in Camden, 18 in Newberry and Sumter as well. So a lot of really cold spots. Wind making it feel even colder, and it's going to be like that for much of your day today. We'll see some sunshine, but not a whole lot of warmth in the forecast. Temperatures are going to be still kind of looking rather chilly for us. See all the snow still going from Nashville down to some snow squalls around Atlanta. Did see a few flurries here and there around the state of South Carolina, but nothing to accumulate at all. Just kind of some little snowflakes flying around in the sky. Looking at the future forecast for us here, nothing to worry about. Just sunshine. We'll see a little system come our way later in the week. But for today, nothing to worry about except for the cold air. It's going to be windy. It's going to be cold. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s, and that's just about it. We saw a high of 44 yesterday with the cloudy conditions in the afternoon. And today, even though it'll look better just because it's sunny, it's not going to feel much better. We're still looking for kind of low to mid 40s, wind chills staying in the 30s throughout the day today.
Looks on everything.
Right? Exactly. That sun can be deceiving.
Yeah.
Okay, well, pull out your thermals. It is time. Thanks, Jonathan.
Let's see what things look like on the roadway this Wednesday morning.
That's right. Here are some of the trouble spots you might encounter as you're getting ready to head out this morning. ABC Columbia has no reports of any incidents, so that's some good news right now at the top of the hour. ABC Columbia also wants to help you jumpstart your Wednesday morning.
Let's take a look at your top headlines this Wednesday morning. And presidential hopefuls Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders sweep New Hampshire. They are the projected winners in the Granite State after the nation's first in the South primary. Now, for the Republicans, Trump took 35% of the vote. And in a surprise finish, ABC News predicts John Kasich will finish in second place with 16% of the vote. Battling for the establishment vote, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, and Marco Rubio. The race for third place still too close to call this morning. The latest results show Cruz in the lead with 12%, while Bush and Rubio each take 11%. Now, on the other side of the political spectrum, Bernie Sanders is taking his first victory in the 2016 presidential election.
Indeed, he is. Sanders edged out Democratic rival Hillary Clinton. Sanders with 60% of the vote to Clinton's 39%. The Democratic presidential hopefuls will go head-to-head in a debate tomorrow night. And the big winners thank supporters in victory speeches vowing to take the fight beyond New Hampshire.
We are going now to South Carolina. We're going to win in South Carolina. I love you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What happened here in New Hampshire in terms of an enthusiastic and aroused electorate, people who came out in large numbers. That is what will happen all over this country. And now it's on to Nevada, South Carolina, and beyond.
And you heard him say it right there. The presidential hopefuls now have their sights set right here on the Palmetto State in South Carolina. Marco Rubio will be right here in the capital city today. He'll be holding a rally at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center at 3 o'clock. Donald Trump is hoping to keep his momentum going. He's holding a campaign rally today at Clemson University. Many of the GOP presidential hopefuls will be reaching out to voters along the coast. Ted Cruz will be in Myrtle Beach. John Kasich will be in Mount Pleasant and Pawleys Island. And Jeb Bush has stops planned in Mount Pleasant, Murrells Inlet, and Hilton Head. Well, Chris Christie was set to take part in Attorney General Alan Wilson's presidential forum, but that event had to be canceled. After 6 nights in the place, finishing 6th, Christie says he will cancel all planned events here in South Carolina to, quote, take a breath. Well, Hillary Clinton will return to South Carolina on Friday, though we are waiting on some more details about that visit. In the meantime, she has some Hollywood stars stumping the ground here for her here in South Carolina.
Yeah, have you heard? Angela Bassett and Vivica Fox have been here in the Midlands leading the Get Out the Vote efforts for the Democratic frontrunner. It's a part of the campaign's canvass of historically black colleges and universities across South Carolina. Vivica Fox will continue her efforts for Clinton today at Benedict College. That event is set to start at 10:15 this morning. Now, some South Carolinians are looking to show their faith at the ballot box. It's estimated more than 7,000 people took part in a prayer rally yesterday on the State House grounds. If you watched our show at 12:30 yesterday, you saw it happening live behind us. The Reverend Franklin Graham is touring capital cities across America, urging politicians at all levels to root their message in biblical principles. Graham will deliver a similar message today in Atlanta. Another concern for South Carolina voters, immigration reform. South Carolina GOP elected officials will be discussing its role in the Republican presidential campaign today. The forum will take place at the Russell House Theater. That is tonight at 6 o'clock. And prepping for the first in the South primary, really no small task at all.
No, not when it comes to the brunt of the work. Officials with the South Carolina State Election Commission have been hard at work for months now, deciding on primary dates, choosing 2,300 polling locations, creating a voting database, and installing that database in each voting machine.
You know, a large county could have 1,000 voting machines. So it's a lot of hands-on work to get those voting machines ready for Election Day.
Counties must also select and train poll workers to work until the polls close on election night. So a lot of work still to be done. Well, just a reminder, the Republican primary election will be held February 20th. The Democratic primary will take place a week after February 27th. For more information on the primary, be sure to visit our website, abccolumbia.com.
And still to come for you this morning, our coverage of Vote 2016 continues. We're also going to take a look at some of the other stories making headlines this Wednesday morning,
including what officials say about what may have caused 2 trains to collide in Germany.
And a bitterly cold start to your Wednesday forecast. Expect those cold and blustery conditions to continue this afternoon. All details next. Stay with us. We're live from Main and Gervais.